Have you ever wondered how your local curry house can cook so many curries so quickly and have them taste so amazing? Well, the secret is going to be right here in this pot. Today, we're making a base curry sauce. Now, there's no real one recipe for base curry sauce. It's essentially a smooth onion stock with a few other vegetables, spices thrown in. I've actually seen some chefs cook it with just onions and oil, and then they had to add more to their curries. But this is pretty much what I'm making here is pretty much your standard base curry sauce, very easy. It's from my cookbook, The Curry Guy Bible. And I'll just go through this. As you can see, I've got all my ingredients laid out here. I encourage you to do the same thing because you don't want to go running around your kitchen trying to find ingredients when you're cooking. So it just makes things a lot easier. And what I've got here is I've got a kilo of onions. I've got about 250 milliliters here of oil. I got some vegetables. I'm not going to tell you what all those vegetables are because you know what they are. Look at it. And then I got some spices there, some turmeric, some paprika, a little bit of coriander, got some fenugreek there, and some cumin and some garam masala, and garlic and ginger paste, and also some tomato puree. So these are all going to be written down. No matter where you're watching this video, whether you're watching on YouTube or on my blog, all the ingredients will be written down, or if you have my book, you can read it there. It's a lot easier too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and get started here. I'm just going to add quite a lot of oil. So like I said, 250 milliliters of oil to this pot. And the oil is going to rise to the top anyway, so you don't have to worry too much about adding too much oil to your base sauce, because this is going to be enough base sauce for about 10 single, or even a little bit more, 10 to 15 single servings. So you can just go ahead and let that rise to the top and skim it later. Or if you want that shine that you get at a curry house, you know, where it's all nice and shiny from the oil, leave it in. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to add these onions now. And as you can see, I haven't really cut them really thinly or anything like that. They're just into small chunks. Let's add those to the oil there. And I'm not seasoning this, but I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. And that salt is just going to help draw out some of the moisture from the onions and help them cook faster. No matter which curry house you go into, you're going to find that they're going to have a big pot of base sauce. Some of the larger places actually have maybe 2 or 3 pots of base sauce going at any one time. And there isn't really one exact recipe for it, because it is something where they just throw a lot of onions in. They might have some vegetables that they want to use up. They'll throw those in there as well. They'll throw in some spices. But at the end of it all, it's not meant to taste of very much. It should be quite bland, similar to the way chicken stock or a vegetable stock would be bland before you start seasoning it. Because the magic happens when this curry base sauce hits the pan and you add other ingredients to make the different curries. Okay, so these are just nice and sizzling away there. I'm going to add the rest of the vegetables now. Got some carrots going in there, some cabbage. That's a real Bangladeshi curry house thing, cabbage. The Pakistani curry houses don't tend to add it as much. We just got some bell pepper. I'm just going to stir that all into those onions. So as you can see here, I haven't added anything that has a lot of flavor to it. We're talking bell peppers here, onion. This is all going to mellow as it cooks down a bit as well. And it's not something that's going to be really overpowering at all. I have seen some recipes for base sauce, which, like I say, there really shouldn't be a recipe. You should just make it. It's easier and it's simple. It's this. But I've seen people putting things like coconut milk in there, maybe some chilies, coriander. All these things have a lot of flavor. And if you add it to your base sauce, then it's almost ceasing to be a base, because all your curries will taste like coconut, or all your curries will taste a little bit of chili. And if you're making a korma, that's not good, because you want it to be very mild and not taste of chili. A lot of people don't like coriander, fresh coriander. So if you put that in your base sauce, every curry you make for them, they're not gonna like very much. So I really recommend that you just use these types of vegetables that are just gonna give it a nice, sweet, almost naturally sweet flavor, and be mild, and you can do whatever you like afterwards when you're adding it to the pan. Because this is like I said, this is a base sauce. It's gonna go, let me just add some of this garlic and ginger paste. This is a base sauce that's gonna be used for everything from the mildest Chicken Tikka Masala or Korma to the spiciest pho. It can be used in all of them. And depending on what you add to the pan when you're making the individual curries, that's what's gonna bring out the flavor of this, what is really a foundation ingredient for a curry. So I'm gonna add some water here. Just enough to cover it, really. I don't need to measure it out or anything like that. It's just gonna cover it. And I'm going to then put the lid on this and bring it up to a simmer. And when it comes to a simmer, I'm gonna let it simmer over about a medium heat for about 45 minutes. And then we're gonna come back to it and finish it off. All right, so this has been simmering now for about 45 minutes. That's kind of what we're getting there. So the vegetables are all really soft. You can cook this all day. I mean, if you go to a restaurant, they'll have it cooking all day. I'm just trying to speed it up for you a bit, because the longer you, just like a nice spaghetti bolognese, the longer you just let it simmer, the better it gets. And that's the same with the base sauce. But you can get this done very quickly. This, like I said, it's been simmering now for 45 minutes. I'm now gonna just add about 3/4 of a cup, so 300 some odd milliliters of tomato puree. And then I'm adding some spices, and these are all just warming spices. These aren't gonna spice it up. So we got, like I said, coriander, we have paprika, turmeric, a little bit of fenugreek powder, and we have some cumin and some ground garam masala as well. So we just put that all in there. All these ingredient measures will be written down, and depending on where you're watching this video, you'll find them either underneath or next to it, or if you've got the book, you can just read it from the book. They're the same thing as in the book. So there you go. If you want to have a look at that now, this is just really nice, kind of a almost dark color from the spices, so it's giving it some color. It's the tomatoes also giving it some color. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit of water here. And then I'm gonna put the lid back on just to let this simmer for about another 30 minutes or so. Like I said, you could speed things up, but in 30 minutes you're gonna get a really, really tasty sauce that's not overpowering, but it's gonna give all of your curries that curry house flavor. And we're gonna have almost finished base sauce here now. It has been simmering there for another half hour. As you can see, oh, it smells really nice. It may not have a lot of flavor, but it smells good. Okay, now what I've got to do is I need to make this very smooth, because you know when you go to a curry house and the curries all have that smooth sauce. Well, this is part of the reason. You have that nice texture. That's gonna go, and I'm gonna start blending. All right, there we go. So as you can see here, it's very smooth. That's what you want, a nice smooth curry sauce. It's actually a bit too thick at this stage. This is the perfect time, because this is kind of batch cooking. All this curry house food is batch cooking, because you need to have a base sauce. You need to have maybe a cooked chicken to go into it. These are all layers of flavor that go into the curry. That's why they're so good. So I recommend making, this is actually half the batch of what was in my first book, The Curry Guy. The one that goes into the Curry Guy Bible is just a half batch, and it still makes about 3 liters. So you're talking 10 to 15 servings, quite good. But you can take this and put it in your freezer. I would say put it in, freeze it in like 300 milliliter box case or something like that. And then you can just take it out whenever you need it, whenever you feel like, hey, I want to have a curry tonight and I don't want to go out, I don't want to go spend a lot of money. I just want to defrost this, and I got my base sauce, I've got my chicken, got everything to put together, all these different layers, and I'm going to make myself the most fantastic curry ever. So this is a good time to freeze it because it's thick. What I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to add some more water. You could also add stock. So let's say you have chicken stock and you want to make chicken curries with this. Add some stock. Vegetarian option is obviously water or vegetable stock. You can also do it with meat stock. So if you're making like lamb curries, but this is all stuff that you can just do to this basic, most basic of base sauces. And if you look at this now, it's quite thin. It's thin, like almost like a full fat milk. And I'm just gonna add just a little bit more here. Just make it even thinner, because I'm gonna be making a lot of curries today, so I may as well have my base sauce ready to go. And you can't really mess up, because if you make it too thin, believe me, when it hits that hot pan, you got so many vegetables in there, it's just gonna cook right down so quickly. So you don't have to worry too much about it. You could obviously cook it down. One thing I will say is, because I put all that oil in at the beginning, if I wanted to simmer this for a while, that oil will all come to the top and I can skim that off. But I'm gonna go for the real curry house look with my next few curries, so I'm just gonna leave it in there. And that's totally up to you what you wanna do. If you wanna go low calorie curry, I would suggest letting it cook out and skimming it off. You could also use that as seasoned oil. So when the oil comes to the top, you could actually skim that off. You could skim the oil off at any time. You could do it before you even start blending, and just take that oil out because it's done its job, and use it as seasoned oil. So there you have it. Thank you very much for watching. Like I say, this is in my cookbook, the Curry Guy Bible. I hope you have a chance to make it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy using it, because really it will turn your curries. It's going to take them up a level when you know how to do this. And well, until next time, thank you very much. We'll see you then.